Hello, hello. Um, Wabi just told me that basically she was writing a song when Chris was like streaming or something and had forgotten something was on and researching something and Googled Keanu and tears. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because it's actually like um I released an EP last year called Tears for Keanu. And yes, all the songs are about Keanu Reeves or having to do with Keanu Reeves. But it's, that's like the surface part. Like, um, basically the story goes. Oh man, how did that thing get made? It took me about 2 months. It was like about 2 months of like solid work. And the reason why it got made was because I was visiting a friend. Rather, I was going to a friend because she was going through really bad, really, really, really bad breakup slash divorce slash oh my god, everything has been upended and I've been betrayed horribly. And if you're like a friend, your good friend, you go because that's what you do. You go and you be there for your friend, and yeah, and you just get like ridiculously high if you're in the Netherlands, and we did. And it was great. And I was with but on that particular day, it was in Amsterdam, and it was my friend and her friend, and me, and I think they were going through some tough shit, and and just I think just needed to sort of like, so yeah, so we went to a coffee to a cafe to a coffee house where we did not drink coffee, and we just got like high off our faces, and during the time where we were getting super high, um we're we were just joking around like about how Keanu Reeves was like the gold standard of men, and how Keanu Reeves, he's a badass, but he's also sensitive. He's like, he's part Asian, so he's aging quite well. But he's famous, but he's humble. And he's the internet's boyfriend, obviously. But it was like a thing. We were like really high. We were really high. I was like, I could barely walk. And my mouth was like, it was cotton mouth all the way. Like my mouth was so dry. But anyway, we're screwing around because that's what you do when your friends are having a hard time. So you just become like this distraction. So let's just screw around and shoot out ideas like, hey, it'd be great. We should start a movement. Okay, I don't remember the exact words because I can't remember. But I made some notes on my phone that said tears, like tears for Keanu, and it said song. And then that started. And so we're talking about how like all these people, all these women and men, I mean, hey, I'm going to be inclusive. And others, so many people have been shafted and hurt and betrayed, and we cry and we give these tears and we send them to Keanu Reeves so that he can take them and hold them close to his breast and say, whoa. And then I go, yeah. I don't know. I can't remember the whole thing, but we are just screwing around. And yeah. And so I decided to, like, when I got back to Belgium, decided to start working on some music because I figured, hey, you know what? How about I just produce something? And then how about I just produce an EP? And it's like, how about I give my friend a project to sort of focus on that's positive, nothing about, being, nothing like terrible, something that was constructive. It was kind of like part distraction, but also it gave her something to like channel her energy into. And I was really worried about her. I was really, really worried, because it was quite bad. And And yeah, so a lot of the songs are like sort of like Keanu Reeves and like, sexual awakening and like, but also wish fulfillment. And also like there's a song on there, the last song is called Dancing with Keanu. And it's about how it's like how, like this person betrayed me, but it's like, but if I had one last thing to, if I could say one last thing to you, it'd be goodbye now that I'm dancing with Keanu. And so it's like, like there's a happy ending and it's slightly bittersweet, but it's also like I can move on and I can have a better life and a better relationship. And it's just like, I'm fucking fine. It's like, like Robin's Dancing on My Own. It's like the sad banger where it's like, I keep dancing on my own. I'm like, oh my God. I will, Robin. And it's like, yeah, I get it. So that's sort of like what happened. And that's how that came about. There's a whole story, a much more coherent story that I typed out, and it's in the booklet on Bandcamp. If you purchase the EP, which is like stupid cheap, then the booklet comes with it, and it's like, it's got photos of me, obviously looking kind of sexy, but also stories and and like kind of like the point of view rather. And yeah, because I love layering under other things. It's always superficially, it's kind of cool, and then underneath there's more. There's always more, and I like it when I see that. Wabi says, I was writing conspiracy theory song and wanted to put in the one about Keanu's conspiracy that he's an immortal who has lived for thousands of years. Yes, there's actually that theory. Yes, I know. Because I love Keanu. So I needed a rhyme for years about Keanu, and it rang a bell. So was checking it out. And that's why you saw tears. Tears, years, fears. Did you end up finishing that song, Wabi? Also, yeah. Tears for Keanu. Oh God. Wow, I was really high. I was so high. Anyway, hi. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hello to everybody. I hope you're having a good day. I am really tired, and I'm sorry if at some point I'm like my focus is somewhere else. Oh, Wabi says, I haven't. No, I will in FOM. It's a collab with Fuzzy. Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, you should. You should totally, when you're done with it, send me a link. I wanna hear this. I wanna hear this. I'm here for Keanu songs. I am here for it. Keanu Reeves, if you're out there, we love you. Yeah. Anyway, so tonight, oh wait, hold up. You should see the sweatshirt I'm wearing. Oh look, it's a sweatshirt and it says Metropolis. Can you? Yeah, it says Metropolis. It's yeah. What? Okay. True story. I ordered this. I thought I was there was this company I went through on Amazon or something, and I had ordered the fluorescent one. That would have made a hilarious screen cap. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody wants to see my stupidity. I don't know. Wait, maybe. Okay. I ordered one that was like super fluorescent yellow. They had that in their color chart. They did not have it. They thought I asked for green. I was sent this. I don't own green clothing, really. This is like the first. This is a really proper green, too. It's like Irish green, like luck of the Irish green. Like you ain't gonna get pinched on St. Patrick's Day green. And it might look a little slightly muddy because of the pink light I've got on. But yeah, it's like super green. Super green! If anybody catches that reference, I love you forever. Super green! Alright, okay. Anyway, it's like super green. And I don't own green clothing. But this is actually, it's growing on me a lot. I ordered another one from them. They're like, we'll refund you. And I'm like, it's okay, I'll order another one too. Okay, so don't worry about it. And so they refunded for this one, and they're like, yeah, don't send it back. You know, it was our mistake. And I'm like, it's okay, whatever. So now I have this green clothing, And I'm like, awesome. It's green. I don't own green clothing. I didn't think that it would look nice on me, but it actually looks pretty decent. So I'm not mad at all. I'm like, whew, I got a free green one. I've got a red one coming tomorrow. So sorry you missed that. I'll wear it sometime. Maybe when I come back, cuz like tonight's stream will be the last Metropolis one for a little bit because because I've been like really working fucking hard. Like crazy hard. Like I'm worried about like how hard I'm going, and possibly like I can feel like, you know, that when you work really hard and you start getting that really weird like grinding feeling in your brain. I don't know if that happens to anybody, but that definitely happens to me. And so I have this really weird like sort of grinding feeling in my brain, and I think I need to take a break from scoring. I've been trying to score as much as possible. Every day has been like scoring, except for Saturday and Sunday, and even then it's like I'm thinking about it. And so I've kind of driven myself a little crazy, and I've skipped many a lunch, and I'm probably not, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've dropped a few pounds. Hey, Belinda! Marsha's in the house. Hey, Belinda! All right. So, yeah. So, I've come here to represent with my Metropolis, going like, hey, what's up? Because I love this film. I love this film. And the more I work on it, the more I love it. Because there are lots of things that you catch that on like second viewing, third viewing, fourth viewing, fifth viewing. Hey, it's the French Doggy in the house. What's up, squad? The French Doggy says, what's up, squad? Ooh, hello. And yeah, so I love this film. And clearly, I think, yeah, looking good. Thanks, Marjar. Thanks, Belinda. I thank you. Thanks for saying I look good. Because I feel like a big pile of shit right now. Can you hear that? Can you hear it? I feel like a big pile of shit. Yeah, I feel like a big pile of shit. But it's okay. Because I got my magical green sweatshirt in a green I would have never ordered, but is, you know, serendipitously looks nice. And I'm like, hey, I'm here for it. So tonight will be the last Metropolis stream for a while. The French Doggy says, still tired from scoring? Oh my fucking god, yeah. I've been working so hard on it, and my brain is like, ouch. But I've got a bunch of new several minutes to play for you. And I know it's like, okay, yeah, what are you going to do? You're going to give us like, what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. It takes fucking forever to score. It takes fucking forever. And it's like you have to, Noirjar is saying, I'm getting the Criterion channel so I can watch this again. Oh, yay! Yay, I hope you like the Criterion channel. I like a lot of Criterion stuff. Yeah. So, I'm here for it. Hey. What was I gonna say? Oh, shit. God, that's how fucking mental I am. Yeah, so, I'm gonna, like, actually go over, part of what I do while I'm scoring, especially, what I'm gonna show you, the newer stuff. It's part of like it's sort of like a big chunk of scene. And what I mean by that is, like, sometimes when you watch films, there are parts that are very clearly marked off as like, this is a scene, this is a scene, this is a scene. But when it comes to the ending, I found that a lot of the editing and stuff, it smashed things together a bit more. And so when you get like a sequence of scenes and stuff, and you have to find your way through it, you have to feel your way through it. And that's part of the reason why it takes so long to do. It's because you're kind of feeling for the emotional beats, but also for the stuff that you want people to pay attention to, and the stuff that they can kind of, like how you can't just draw attention to absolutely every little thing, because then you won't emphasize anything and it'll be overkill anyway. So you have to kind of choose and cherry pick which things you want to which things you sort of want to enunciate, like all the things that you want people to pay attention to, all the points that are major. And so that's why it takes so long. That and trying to make sure that there's nothing really super repetitive, that it just keeps flowing. It needs to go, Marsha says, I've been itching to see it again. And Headfirst Only says, I am so jealous. He's jealous because he doesn't have the Criterion channel. Yeah, I do not have the Criterion channel, but I wish I did. But I don't even spend time to watch movies. Although I did do a Jason Bourne kind of weekend, a Sunday binge. That was interesting. Oh, Norshai says, I wish we could have a watch party. Yeah, that would be so cool. We should have a watch party. I don't know how to do that. I don't even know how to schedule that. How do you do that? Well, we should do something. Yeah. Anyway, so tonight you will get more Metropolis. I'll play some stuff for you, and then I'll take you sort of through it so that you kind of understand what I'm doing. I don't know. So I can kind of tell you what I'm doing, because most of the time I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. Array of Emotion says, I heard Twitch is rolling out a watch party feature, but I think it only works for some people right now, and it'll only work with stuff that's on Amazon Prime. Oh, really? Oh, well, damn. We're gonna have to find a movie that is acceptable to watch on, from Amazon Prime, something that we'll actually all enjoy. The French Doki says, I can bring French cheese for the watch party. Yes, please. I'm here for the cheese. I love cheese. I do. I love cheese. I do. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna switch to the display now. Okay. Okay. Let me just pull this fucker up. I'm so sorry. I'm using a lot of bad language. I'm gonna move this little puppy down there. And complimentary wine, Array of Emotion says. Oh my god. Jesus. Drunk. Just kidding. I'm just joking. Okay. Alright. So, last time we ended up Godzilla. Arshar says, yeah, that would be great. I would love to watch Godzilla. Yee. Stop it. Anyway. You've been watching Godzilla's. Oh, okay, cool. I need to do a binge Godzilla binge. That would be great. Okay. So last time I think I ended up sort of I showed some of this part. It started here, that part, right? The French Doggy says, well, if I can afford some at the moment, yeah, that'd be nice. You know what I miss? You know what I'd really like? I'd really like to get all these, be around a bunch of people I like, bunch of friends, and we just all get just massively hammered. I would really love to get just messed up, or yeah, when you feel I need something. Maybe I need to get super high or something. I don't know. Maybe the genius stuff will come out, like Tears for Keanu. I'm just saying, it's a method. All right. So I'm gonna start here, and so that you kind of understand where I'm going. And I think I changed a few things. And also, I didn't master this one this time because I had no time. and because I'm kind of like already sort of losing my mind. So sorry it's not mastered, but I hope it's still nice. Okay? So I'm going to start from the last like scene that I had played for you last week, okay? And then I'll just let it go through to the next one that I actually scored. The more new stuff, okay? So, there. Okay. So that was the new stuff. Yeah, that was the new stuff. I haven't gotten to the part with the flooding yet. Yeah, but yeah, because like there was the whole like conversation like in like earlier it's like yo it'll flood the whole workers place and it's like oh no yeah also okay this is why I'm so fucking tired. I'm so tired because this is what I've been doing. Thanks, Wabi. Wabi says that's great. Oh, by the way, when this was playing, like the chat was it just kept going. It just kept going, and so I was typing back. I usually never type back, but I finally found the focus to type back. Because I don't know. Yeah. So that was a lot to do, and I did a lot. I mean, like, I know it seems like the new materials, it's like, oh, it's just like 10 minutes or something or whatever. But it's like, it's actually like it's a really sort of complicated 10 minutes because I have to really feel my way through it. And I also have to do a lot of the callbacks because I feel like the callbacks will really help tie the scenes together. Some of the like the because some of the scenes, you kind of see like, oh, this happened and then it switched to a couple of other people and then this happened and this switched to these other people and that happened. And it's like sometimes when you're watching a movie, you kind of need something to sort of remind you, like for example, the character of Krot. Sorry, I'm burping. The character of Krot, by the way, who you first saw in that scene with Jo Friedersen in that office, and he comes in and he's got like the plans and stuff, and he sounds like really funny because like he's basically like all like woodwinds. It's like, and it's I take from that a bit, but what I try to do when I do a lot of callbacks is I try to rework it slightly so that it's not the same. So it's a bit more interesting, or it fits the mood a bit better, or it fits like the other stuff that I'm playing along with it, like all the other instruments. I try to like make sure that even though I'm using the same melody, it's a different kind of instrument, and you could make something sound. You can make like something sound, a little bit more whimsical, or a little bit darker, or a little bit sadder, or a little bit, grander, just by tweaking it a little bit. And so it's like when I started doing this film, my idea was that I would kind of create themes for people, or like themes to sort of remind you, so that, let's say, because like when you're watching this film, I mean, it's a silent movie, and then there's always like a score, right? But it's not like you're following dialogue. You can't just like kind of tune out a little. And I think as modern viewers, I think sometimes I'll tune out. I won't even pay. Like sometimes I'll just play like, and so because I think modern viewers have a tendency to like tune out stuff, I have to make sure that I put in little reminders. So I put in like musical reminders to remind you, like, remember this? Yeah. And so it's all about like, there are a lot of callbacks, but I try to make sure that it's not repetitive. And that's a big thing. It's a thing that I really try to focus on. A Rave Emotion says, it's quite complicated though. It switches and transitions a lot. Yeah. Like nobody has heard this. No one else. You guys are the first ones to hear it. I didn't even play it for Array of Emotions. I just finished that section like today at like maybe 4 o'clock, maybe 4 p.m. And so I tried to get it the thing with like streaming, with Twitch streaming for me, is that when I show you, when I play stuff that's, Metropolis stuff for you, I want to play stuff that's new, and I want to I want to make sure that you're not going to get bored. And also, I'm not going to play the same things for you all the time. I want to give you progress. I want to show you the kind of weird sort of like the process I go through, and what becomes of that, and I may go back in and I may change a few things, or I may add something or subtract something or whatever. But I mean, that's all part of the process, and that kind of refining usually happens like a couple days after I make something. I go back in and I'm like, okay, what is like extraneous? What is there too much of? What is there not enough of? Is there anything? Do I need to add some like noises for other transitions? Do I need to do that? And so this I just finished it around 4, and like hold up, it's like 9:48 right now. So you're getting like the freshest fucking score. Yeah, you're getting the freshest fucking score. Head First Only says it sounds awesome. Thank you. I worked really hard on it, and I thought about it a lot, but I also worked very, very hard. And it's like, the thing is, and I'll go through the scene with you, this newer scene, and also I'll address some other things. Yeah, I'll show you some stuff. I'll tell you some stuff. Okay. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and so this is gonna be like my last Metropolis stream for a bit. I think because I need to take a break. Inktober starts tomorrow, and I need to start drawing, and I need to focus on my animatic for my musical that I'm trying to release. So I have to work on that, and I don't know if I'll be able to like really devote the same kind of the same amount of care as I would for the score. And it's not that I don't love doing this. I love doing this so much. There's something really, really like fun about doing this, and it's like breathing life into pictures, and I love doing it. But at the same time, it's like I can either just have this or something else, and I need to focus on different things as well. So I've got a lot of projects to do. I've got a lot of stuff I need to do. Head First Only says, yay, Inktober. Da French Dogi says, what is Inktober? Inktober is a month-long challenge for the month of October. Basically, you draw one thing a day. I'm going to have to do more than that. Of course, I'm going to have to do more than that. I'm crazy, and I'm a crazy person, and this is what I do. I have to, I'm going to draw I'm going to draw in October. Is it one a day? Array of Emotions asks. I think it's one a day, but I will try to do more than one a day, because I want to get this animatic stuff done as soon as possible. And Head First Only says it's organized by Jake Parker. He gives you a different prompt every day. Oh, we have to get a prompt? Head First Only? Oh shit, I thought I was gonna just do something. Well, you know what? I do need to draw. Okay, I need to draw. I like, oh, you got a prompt list. Fuck. Well, you're gonna have you have to show me. I have to still sign up and stuff, but I might not be able to do the prompt thing though. But I will fucking draw every fucking day. I mean, I have to. You're on his mailing list, Head First Only says. Yeah, because I'm on his mailing list. I think you're on a million mailing lists, Chris. Rave Emotion says, I'm sure you can ignore the prompts. I'm gonna have to, because I have to get my shit done, Narashare says, I'm looking forward to Inktober. Yeah, me too. I am, but at the same time, I'm also sort of like dreading it, because like I'm a little rusty, and by a little I mean a lot, and like I've been focusing a lot on like music. And so because I've been focusing a lot on music, like my drawing has kind of fallen by the wayside. And yeah. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to do. I'll draw a lot. I'm gonna focus on the drawing stuff, and I do need to take some time away from Metropolis, because it's like I need to sort of get my brain back, because like I spend a lot of I've spent like the last month going really hard, and like on the score I've made a lot of progress, but I think I've maxed out my brain a little, and so it needs a bit of a music rest, and my ears are probably trashed as well, so I think I need a bit of a rest for this. Sorry, but don't worry. When I don't know what I'll do for stream, but maybe I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm gonna have to figure out some of these. Headfirst Only says the prompts for the first 5 days are fish, wisp, bulky, radio, blade. Do I have to do the prompts, Headfirst Only? I mean, seriously, like, I don't really, I don't know. I have to actually do a project. So, I mean, do I not count as part of October? Like, Inktober? Yeah. Not at all. Okay, I'm not doing the fucking prompts because I have fucking projects I need to finish by the end of this goddamn year. So, damn it. Okay. What was I going to show you? Yeah, I was going to show you some stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, so did you like it? Did you like the new stuff? I made it very dramatic. You know. And sad, but kind of sad and sort of beautiful at the end. I was trying to go for sad and beautiful, and again doing like callbacks to so many other parts. Really sounding good, Headfirst Only says. Thank you. Raven Motion says, yes, sounds awesome. Thank you. Lots of drama and dynamics, Headfirst Only says. Dude, I'm trying, man. I'm ramping it up. I'm ramping it up because it's getting dramatic now. It's like we've got like a rebellion happening. Many transitions. Wow, the French Doggy says. Yeah. I don't do repetitive. I just don't. That's not my thing. I switch it up a lot. I do transitions. I have to make sure that it keeps flowing and that you don't get bored, because it's already slightly boring enough to listen to the same thing like just on repeat, like I'm the first thing that comes to mind is Moby's Play album, and although it was like pretty good for the time, it's like I just hear it and I think, God, you could have added something here. You could have done something here, played with this a little. I don't know. Noirshire says, very awesome. I loved your movement. Thanks. When I get into it, I start sort of like dancing around it because I'm really feeling it. And yeah, I really feel it. And so it kind of like, it's like, yes! I just get really excited and it's like, yes! Oh my God, it's alive! It's alive! And sitting here and watching this with you, it's like the first time I actually watched the whole thing through with like in the video form. Like I was kind of working on it, and so it's jerky in Ableton Live, but watching this with you, this is the first time I've actually like sat through the whole thing and seen it not jerky, and so it's quite nice, and it's like, yay, it worked out. So that's also why I was kind of dancing along. The French Doggy says, I wish I had that skill sometimes. The transitions thing, yeah, that took time to learn. I don't know. It just does. It just takes some time to learn. You just feel it out. You got to feel it out, basically. Array of Emotions is saying, haha, the Moby bird. Yeah, you know what? I'm not wrong here. Okay? It's like, come on. You gotta like add something. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a bad album. I think for the time it was definitely like interesting, and it was, but he had a tendency, at least on that album, to be repetitive, and you let it go on. He let something go on too long, and the problem with that is that a song becomes boring, and then you don't want to listen. And so with this film, I have to keep you engaged. So the only way for me to keep you engaged is by switching it up and keeping it going and keeping it flowing. And it needs to flow, or else it's gonna feel like it's dragging, and you're gonna look away from the screen. You're not gonna want to watch. You're gonna be like, fuck this shit, it is so boring, I'm gonna fucking turn this off now. I don't want that. I want you to pay attention. I want you to watch it. I want you to enjoy it. And this is how I can do it. It's by making sure that I do a lot of switch ups, a lot of transitions. I do a lot of different sounds. I use a lot of the same instruments, but I use them in a different way. Noirshire says, a lot from that genre can be that way. Yeah, I know. And yeah, that's just how it is, And I don't know, I'm just trying to like do something that's a combination of like the orchestral instruments plus like the hip hop stuff that I like, and the electronica stuff I like, and then there's like I'm doing callbacks upon callbacks upon callbacks. So I'm gonna I guess I'll take you through some of the stuff. Oh yeah, hold on. The face she makes is like fucking amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Hello, girl. You're the best. Oh my god, she's so sexy. I love her. I want to be her. Can I be her? Okay. By the way, the outfit. Okay, I want her fucking outfit. I'm actually like semi thinking about making this outfit and possibly wearing this outfit. Like, I'm thinking about it because I love it. Hold up. Where's her outfit? That one? Holy shit, man. I'm thinking of like I could totally do jeweled pasties and a jeweled like headpiece and like basically a jeweled girdle. Like a sort of, it's like fringe, but it's like jewels or something. I bet I could make that. No, I don't know if I should. That's another. And she's got like rings on. She's like, I've got all the fucking jewelry and shit. And I want to wear this outfit, but at the same time, it's kind of naked. And I don't know how I feel about that. Wabi says, gotta head off now. Okay, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this and you got like a preview of what I'm trying to do with this whole film. Trying to make something that's updated and new and exciting. Norshire says, a lot of that from that genre can be that way. The bored with super long electro music. Yes. And I get super bored with a long ass electro music that is just like, oh wow. Oh, I'm so glad you put that on repeat again. Do you need to go for another like fucking like 8 measures with that goddamn fucking beat and like nothing new? It's like, this is so boring. I get bored easily though. I'm one of those people. Okay. All right. I guess. All right. So, I'll go over some of this, the newer section with you, and I'm gonna like lower the volume, of the music so I can actually like talk over it and tell you what's happening, because there's a lot of stuff that's happening. There's a lot of stuff that I do that I want you to kind of pay attention to, because if you didn't catch it, yeah, unless, yeah, okay, all right. So Raven Motion says, I have a feeling Narsha wouldn't like Stoner Doom. Those bands play the same riff for like an entire album. Yeah, that would... If I want to be bored by repetitive shit, you know, I'll just... God. I mean, Jesus, I'll just listen to a lot of like boring ass EDM. That's just like, oh my God. I get so bored by that. I'm so bored. Okay. Alright, so hold on. I guess I should go here. Where's the new thing? Okay. Where's my new section? Here it is. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna play this for you. Let me know if it's too loud, okay? Oh. Head First Only says, at least with Godspeed You, Black Emperor, there are violins, but I've seen them live and I had to go and have a sit down afterwards. Nice. Noirshire says, if it is short and sweet, I have gotten into electro swing lately. Yeah, short and sweet. I don't know about that. This is just a guess. Okay, I'm gonna play this. Let me know if it's too loud, okay? Erp! No, I have to actually press the play button, you idiot. Okay. So, I'm using the piano as a kind of a basis for a lot of themes. So, a lot of the original themes you hear in this, they're first played by piano. And so this piano bit is, it's like, this is, this chord progression is actually from the scene where Frieder takes over for Georgie at the Heart Machine. So it's a callback to that scene. It's the callback to that sort of, where they're together. These two characters are together. And it's like, I just felt like I had to make something that was really quite sad, because he did just take a knife for Frieder, and he dies. So this is that music is just a callback to when they first met at the machine, or at one of the machines, the one that looked like a weird clock with light bulbs. Okay, so we've got the fast cello thing. And so this chord progression, this is from the Heart Machine scene, the first one, where like it gets all like dramatic and people get hurt and they die and catch on fire. So this is all this like melody is still taken from there, but I've changed it a bit. And I've also done some insane percussion. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I went a little ham on that. I thought it needed it. I thought we needed some drama. So I like a really fast-moving string, and so I'm echoing the scene before that where there was a fast-moving string, and then it was like, then it went double time. So I love doing that, to kind of slow it down and then speed it up again. Slow it down a little, give your ears a break, speed it up again. So it's like go a little quieter, and then push it to the hardest. Just push it. And that's what I think helps to make a scene like that, or a music at least, that has a bit more impact. You have to give it that contrast. So you can only appreciate the loud stuff, the dramatic big stuff, if you've got the small things in comparison. So the quieter stuff, you need that. I think you need that. And so I have moments in this big scene, like right now. So this is a little bit quieter. It doesn't have percussion. The only thing that's sort of keeping like the tempo is the piano. And the piano, by the way, is the callback to when Yo and Rotfang first have their scene together. Because it's quite sad. Because I look at this and I think it's aggression. It's kind of, I don't know, there's a part of me that's quite sad. Because they're destroying, it's all destructive, and they've forgotten about their children. And that's just like, God, I feel bad for them, you know? Okay, so you hear this little beat, this was the beat that was in the beginning of the film, when the workers are going to and from the big gate. So that's where that's from. So because we're at the heart machine, I'm doing a callback to the first heart machine scene again. Because I want you to remember how brutal it is. So what he's saying is, am I machine? Yeah, so... And then we've got a wobble bass, we've got a dark drum and bass, like bass. Yeah, and the amen break pattern. Yep, the French doggy knows, man. A Rave Emotion says, yes, the 9 Inch Nails sounding sounds, yeah. So you see, like, there's Yo, and he looks like he's pummeled the shit out of Rotfang. So this is a callback to when you first, it's the beat that I use when you first meet Yo in his office. It's all about how he's in control, how he's got power, how he's the man in charge, and he's calling the shots, and he's making decisions that are not good for everybody, just decisions that tend to be good only for him. So that kind of portamento cello thing, that's one of his sounds. That's one of Yo's sounds. So Yo's sounds tend to be like portamento cello, and you'll find that in like throughout the whole film, he gets a portamento cello, like because it sounds sneaky. So he's in charge. He's like, open the gates. And it's like, what? Are you cray? You so cray? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't think so. And he's like, open the gates, I said. And of course, like, Grot is like, fuck. The French Doggy says, listened to too much breakcore a few years ago and found out about the pattern. Yeah. Okay, so this is Grot's theme. It's when Grot first makes his appearance in the office of Yo Friedersen. This is his sound. He's all woodwinds and like kind of goofy, and he's got that, that sort of weird stomp, and he's got those weird sorts of movements. Like he's got almost like he's got prosthetic feet, And he's a little like funny. You look at him, he's a big guy, he's sweaty, he's got some interesting facial hair, and he's like, he's a little overweight. He's got a funny hat, and he's one of the guys who's a little further up the hierarchy. So of course, it's like, yeah, they're gonna be like, fuck this guy, he's not one of us. Okay. There was an Amen break challenge during FOM this year. You had to incorporate it into a track. I tracked down a MIDI file of it, but ran out of time before I got around to using it. Headfirst only says, yeah. Amen breaks, right? Amen! Okay, so this this like shouting, this was used during the slave scene that was told during the Tower of Babel scene, the story scene where Maria is telling the story, and it's all slaves. So it's that rage. I just wanted to have a section that was really synthy. I wanted to have a really, really synthy section, a really sort of synth-heavy section, because it felt like machines and like it felt, that's what it reminded me of. But sad. It's a little sad and grand at the same time. I love Evil Maria. She makes the best goddamn faces. And the thing that keeps this dark is that, you know, I mean, obviously the chord progression's a little grander, but that darkness that comes from the horns, the dark, like the low horns and the low cello, it's in there, and it just pulls it down a little. So they feel like these people, the people who are rebelling, the workers, they feel like there's a rebellion, and they're triumphant, but at the same time, it's dark, and it's scary, and it's sad, and you see like death, destruction, in the midst of all that triumph. It's destroying like everything that keeps things running. Headfirst only says, I guess that's Grot's body at the foot of the stairs. Yes, I think so. I think it's Grot. I think they fucking murdered him. Because it's a mob. Sorry, I couldn't get all the hits to line up with all the crashes, but they line up with some, with a couple. And so the reason why I stopped there was because I felt like the flood, the scene with the flood, it would be like a lot. I would have to do something special for that, and like make a new theme for that one, because what I wanted to do for this, it was kind of giving you sort of a recap of like their history. And when I mean history, I mean like the history of these people, of all these people you're seeing. This is a reminder of the history, and this is what led to this. These are the things that led to these moments, and it's right before the complete destruction of everything. Array of Emotion says, gotta say these visual effects are pretty solid for that time. Yes, they are! I know, right? They're pretty freaking great. Headfirst only says, they pretty much set the standard for the next 50 years. Yes, they did. And we are grateful for that. I am grateful for that. Because I don't know how they did a lot of these things. It was so amazing for that time. It's just like unreal. I mean, it's like, some of this is just amazing. It's just amazing. If you think about the time period, I mean, even like if somebody said, oh, I mean, it's going to be like, this is actually done in 1940, I would totally believe you, because that the quality is so high and it's so good, and it's like they're not dicking around. Like, clearly a lot of work, a lot of thought, a lot of technical stuff was put, was put into this, a lot of effort. Headfirst only says there's a lot of matte photography and model work. Yeah. And just drawings, which blows my mind. Headfirst only says, yeah, I know, right? It's nuts. Like all the, like, the little like swing when he, right here, like here, like you see the little swing thing. Hold on, let me play that bit. I'm gonna turn up the music again. Well, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Wait, where's the part? Okay, let's look at the swing. It's coming. Boom. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bitch. Okay, yeah, I know, right? So cool! I love it! Narjar says, it is fun to learn the way they did effects back in the day. Yeah. Jesus, that's technical. That's so much technical stuff. I don't think I'd be very good at that. I don't know. I think it's, yeah. Headfirst only says, a lot of the skyscrapers are just charcoal pencil drawings. Yeah. Too bad I don't have, like, I didn't render, like, the first bit. I should have, but I'm sorry, I've been really busy. So you only get, like, from the second half. You only get the renderings from the second half, starting from the second half of the movie from the second half that I scored. So I don't have the skyscraper pictures for you. Maybe if I just play the regular one. I don't know. I think that would kind of like make you go crazy. Hold on. Let me see if I have anything. Do I have anything? Let's have a look. Boom, boom. I don't know when I made this. Whoa, what did I make? I don't know what some of this shit is. Oh god. You can spot them in that scene you just showed them with the steam whistle. Oh yeah. Alright, yeah. Good job. The steam whistle. When he's like, hold up. Is it here? Like, hold on. I'm gonna like play this. Hold up. Okay? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, it's a. By the way, in the beginning, the beginning of the film. At first I had just a releasing steam sound, but I took I decided to like put in that whistle sound as well. So I layer it. So I layered these two sounds. One of them is a kind of is actually just like sort of it's one of those weird effect sounds, a transition sound when you kind of, it's like a sweep down, like, and so I layered that with a steam train whistle that that one, and so I kind of like I layered those to create this sort of steamy whistle. You have to kind of feel that that pressure build up, and so with any kind of like whistle, you kind of have to, there's a moment before it gets loud where it's almost like the sound is almost building, and it's like, it's that release, and I don't think it works without that sort of build up. So that's why I ended up layering a steam train whistle with a sweep down, and that's how I made that sound. Noirshire says it must have been painstaking, or Headfirst only says it must have been painstaking work. Get it wrong at any stage in the process, and you have to start over. Yeah. Headfirst only also says layering is good, layering is life. Thank you. Yeah, so that's the new stuff. I kind of went over it, but I should probably go over it with you, like showing you, hey, Mike Tango Charlie! Hey! It's Nick. Hey, Nick! I'm just gonna call you Nick. Whatevs. Hey, what are you doing here? No, just kidding. You missed the new bits of the score. Dude, you missed it. It was freaking amazing. No. You're like, whatever, you guys, whatever. Yeah. Do you shit, should I play it for you again? I don't know. Do you guys want me to play it again or no? I can. You just woke up. He's Mike Tingle Charlie says, "Hey, I just woke up." Oh yeah. That's right. That lovely night shift that messes with you. Good morning? Array of Emotion says? Yeah. Yeah. So, Nick, you missed the whole fucking thing, man. I was playing some new scoring. I think it was good, but I don't know. Again, I made it today, so I'm still doing, okay, I don't know if anyone, like, gets this, anyone who makes music anyway. You know that feeling that you get when you, like, first make something and you're kind of, like, in love with it and you're just like, yeah, this is the best. This is the best I've ever done. Fuck yeah, I love you. And, you know that feeling? Am I the only one who gets that? Because, like, when I make something and, like, the first day I'm in love with it. And then, like, afterwards, I kind of go, like, okay, all right, now we got to work on it a little bit more. But when you first make it, you're like, oh my God. I legit cried today making that last bit right here. This last bit, I was crying. I actually cried. And I don't know if Array of Emotions could hear me, but I was actually like sitting here and crying because I found it so beautiful. And there was something about when it goes into those horns, and it was just like, I was just like, I do this thing, and that's how I know like I'm feeling like it's like, oh, it's probably good. Like this, I can keep this part, because it's like I sit there and I kind of, I get a little like, it like catches in my throat a little, and I try to breathe and I can't, and then it's like I just sort of like allow myself to feel it, and then I just start crying, and I'm like, so I was trying to be quiet and not show that, but yeah, night shift for the win. Mike Dingo Charlie says, okay, all right, so Head First Only says, oh, Noirshire says, nah, I do that with art. Okay, good. Not the only one. Good. Head First Only says, I don't cry when I make my stuff, but if it's good, I do allow myself a pat on the back. Then I listen to it on headphones and realize how much more work it needs. Yeah, no, I cry. No, I'm like, dude, I'm a crier. I'm like, that's why I'm like waterproof mascara. And that's why this eyeliner is gonna get me through like the fucking next century. This eyeliner is like bulletproof. I'm a crier. I'm like one of those people who lets out emotion by crying. And it's like, like when you watch a movie and then like I will sob sometimes. Like, okay, Paddington 2. I love the Paddington movies. And I'm okay with that. I love the Paddington movies. They're lovely. Paddington 2. You know what I'm talking about. Just the whole like last 15 minutes. 10. Like, I just like, oh my God. I love you. It's okay. Happy birthday, Aunt Lucy. Happy birthday. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that part. And I'm like, yeah. That's how it goes. And I can feel like tears just coming right now just thinking about that scene. And like, oh, happy birthday, Aunt Lucy. Oh my God, deep breaths, bitches. Deep breaths, bitches. Okay. Norshire says, new ideas are wonderful, but I make more work for myself in the end. Who cares? More work is better than no work. Being inspired is better than sitting there and wondering, what the fuck am I going to do? It's okay. It's part of being a creative person. And really, we should, like, having 20 ideas is great, because then you get to choose which one you want to do. You get your choice, and that's nice. and I'm yeah. So it's more work for yourself, but it's like enjoyable work, and it's like you relish that kind of, you welcome it. It's like this shit right now, this shit that I'm fucking scoring, dude, this is fucking work. I don't know if you can hear the amount of thought I put into this. It's a fucking lot. And it's a lot. It's a lot. But I welcome it. It hurts, but it's like it hurts so good. Yeah, it hurts. I will hurt for it, and I'm okay with that. I will be happy to hurt for that. Mike Tango Charlie says, I can be pleased with an edit, and then I watch it much later, and I'm like, meh. But it's hard to create art within a 2-minute news package. Yeah, you know what? I think that you're doing the best you can, and given what you're, given how much time you have to throw things together at a distance, and you got to do it in like 30 minutes because they need shit now. They need your fucking shit now, and you better give it to them. They need that news. They need that news, man. So it's okay. It's okay if you can't like put art in there every time. Look, as long as you're putting your own spin on it, it's fine. You're doing your thing, and we respect you for that. And I fucking can't do it. Headfirst Only says, I think I saw Bulletproof Eyeliner supporting Sammy Hagar once. Was that a real thing? Probably not, but shit, that's a great band name, and I love it. Yeah. Arabian Motion says, I can attest this is all true. Yeah. I think this is also why we've only seen Up once. Oh my god. Oh my god. They're meant to be. Okay, stop it. Stop it. Fuck. I still cry at fucking Paddington, too. I've seen it a million times. I love it. And I can probably sing the little song at the end that Hugh Grant does. Listen to the rain on the roof go pit pitty pat, pit pitty pat. Oh my god, I love you. Okay, sorry. Okay. Headfirst Only says Paddington 2 is one of the few films that do hit me like that. Yeah, right? Shit. And he says also, oh god, yes, Up is just brutal. Up, man, holy shit. Damn. God damn it. Marcia says the part where Chaz freaks on Eli. Yeah, or Ellie, I can't read that right now because it's far away and I've got tears in my eyes. Pixar are masters of emotional manipulation, Headfirst Only says. When somebody loves you in Toy Story 2 or something, he says, reduces me to a gibbering wreck. I haven't seen it and I should see it, but I'm scared because I don't want to I feel like if I watch it, I should come armed with like several boxes of tissues and like zero makeup on so I don't ruin my face and look like a panda. RJ says, on Royal Tenenbaums, I cry at weird shit. Hey, it's okay. Family dysfunction. The French Doggy says, Pixar made me cry with Bolt. I have not seen Bolt, but I'm gonna watch it then. No, maybe I should. Oh my god, do I cry or not? Mike Tingle Charlie says, try editing the highlights reel from last night's presidential debate. You'll cry true tears. Oh my Jesus Christ. Oh, I know. Headfirst Only says, at Morshire, I get that Wes Anderson can do that to me. Yeah, right? Norshire says, I refuse to acknowledge that happened. The presidential debate. Oh man, I know. A Raven Mission says, oh man, I've not seen anything about it, but according to Twitter, it was a true clusterfuck. Yeah, I think so. I think we can all agree. I think we can all agree that his last, 4 years has been a true clusterfuck. But, I mean, last night, yeah. I've been reading Twitter feeds and I'm scared to look at the news just because I don't want to cringe so hard that I implode. Can that happen? That's how aneurysms happen, I bet. Headfirst Only says, indeed, can they just put him in a soundproof box for the next debate? I think that's a great idea. I think putting him in a soundproof box would be great. Also, can we put some poisonous snakes or some bad thing, like spiders. All the spiders. It's poisonous eggs. Yeah, because he's such an ass. Mike Tangle Charlie says, it was truly something and I had to watch it twice. I am so sorry. Did you feel like you lost a bit of your soul? Did you die a little? Like, no, legit, did you lose a bit of your soul? Or like any kind of optimism you had for the rest of the year? Because I bet that's gone. Sorry, 2020. You're still a big dumpster fire. He said, Headfirst only says, Bolt is fun. I'm gonna have to watch that. Okay, fine. But I'll get ready with my eyes. Mike Tingle Charlie says, I spent a significant amount of time with it on double speed to try and reduce the impact. That's sad. It's sad when you actually have to put stuff at double speed so that it doesn't hurt you as much. I don't know if any other video editors go through this. By the way, Nick edits video for news. I don't know if other video editors if they also suffer a bit from, some mental effects from watching things that are horrible, because basically your job is to watch things over and over again. Usually they're horrible because news isn't always good. In fact, most news is just bad news, and that's why people kind of get depressed when they watch the news. And so it's like, I wonder if they also suffer like mental effects from that. Like there's like some mental fallout because of that. Edward only says, you have my commiserations. Duh French Doggy says, just following the memes from the debate, to be honest. Yeah, I'm scared of looking. I don't know how much I want to expose myself to. Mike Tangle Charlie says, Nick says, I did in fact die. I'm speaking from beyond the grave. Beyond the grave. Yeah, welcome to October. Coming up in like tomorrow. Like a few hours or an hour and a half. Norjai says, you have my sympathy. I hope you get hazard pay. Or Raven Motion says, hi, you're a month early for a good haunting. Now, you know what? I feel like right now, I'm going to take the whole month of October to celebrate Halloween. And thing is, I need that kind of I need that sort of cheering up. And I think we all do. We all need something to sort of like help us ignore the fact that everything is falling apart. So why not indulge in sort of weird cosplay escapism and candy and ghost stories? Yeah, you could do that, Nick says, well, I will be working on Halloween, so I thought I'd get in early. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, that's no fun. God. Okay, yeah, alright, this is taking a sad turn. Okay, Headfirst only says, apparently Biden's line of "Will you shut up, man?" was available on official Team Biden shirts before the debate finished. That's kind of amazing. Yeah, that's kind of amazing. And I like how that's like the soundbite. That's the soundbite. Alright, so, Nick, Mike Tango Charlie, Nick, do you want to hear the last bit of the scoring, or do you just want to talk? Did you guys just want to talk? I can go over I can play stuff again. I can go over some instruments if you want, but yeah, I don't know. You can tell me what you guys want to do, because it's like, I know that right now it's kind of a weird. We've squirreled so hard that I'm like, I've got all the acorns because I'd be squirreling. I don't know what to do now. So let me know what you would like to do. Would you like me to play stuff again? Would you like me to, I don't know, open up an Ableton Live file so you can see what a big fucking mess it is? I don't know. Yeah. Or if you guys want to keep talking, we can just like keep talking. I also have Jackbox games if you guys feel like playing games, like a big party game. Because, yeah. Let's see the live file, Head First Only says. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna quit PLC then. Hold up. Talk me through the production. Oh, good God. Yeah. Mike Dingo Charlie says, was just gonna say that my favorite tweet from this night was my drink needs a drink. Not wrong. Alright. Let me fire it up. It's gonna take 1,000,000 years. And I'm sorry. I'll talk you through the production. The French Doggy says, I gotta go! Ah, you gotta go. It's okay. Don't worry. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you hanging out and saying hi and listening to scoring stuff. You know, like the shit I made up. But I'll catch you later, the French Doggy. And yeah. I guess I should watch Bolt. Yeah. Catch you later. Bye. I'm opening the live site. It's gonna take 1,000,000 years. Again, I'm just gonna let you know. I'm gonna also move my picture because I want you to be able to see like all my shit down there. It's gonna take forever. So long. You're like, bitch, damn. Your computer's slow. I got a lot of shit loading. Oh shit, I didn't freeze anything, so I hope it doesn't like lock up and be like, you know. I didn't freeze anything, but hopefully it doesn't go too nuts. But if you see like all the shit that's loading, that's how much shit I put in here. I put so much shit in my there are lots of little tiny things that I do. Little things. Bolt is pretty good, that's true. Mike Tingo Charlie says, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch it. Am I gonna cry? Is Bolt gonna make me cry? For those of you who have seen Bolt, and you know how cry baby I am. Yeah. Headfirst Only says, if your system barfs, don't worry. I'm just a nerd. You don't have to run through this. I'm gonna do my best. How about that? And if it does play, yay. If it doesn't play, no worries. But it's just now it's gonna load like 1,000 samples. It's gonna load samples. So one of the things I did when I score sections, how many tracks? Well, some are empty, but like some are empty and some only have one has like the movie file and one has the sound, just the old the score from before the newer stuff. So 95, yeah. But some of them are empty. Like this audio one, I think is empty, so I can just delete that. Sometimes I do things. I'll add a thing and then I subtract it and I take it away. So I can delete that one. There. 94. Hold on. Is there more? Oh, some of these things don't have I just loaded the instruments in there. But they don't have anything in them because I didn't use them. I didn't end up using them. I'm gonna actually just delete the extraneous shit that I don't need. Norjay says, I get points for giving Mel attention when what? Oh, you got points. Is this is like a viewer thing, yeah? It's a viewer thing? You get some points. Okay. So strings. Those are all strings. Did I use these two fast cellos? No, I did not. So I label stuff and sometimes I mislabel them. They're not all fast cellos. It's just me like getting lazy and not labeling shit. Headfirst Only Array of Emotion says, yeah, the channel points. Headfirst Only says, I'm up to like 1,740 points now. What do you do with these points? Can you tell me what you're supposed to do? Sorry, as I like try to like go through this and delete the crappy shit that you don't need. Wobby says I'm back. Hey, Wobby. Narshire says never noticed them. Shit, I didn't know that we had points things and that they were kind of important. Yeah. Oh, highlighted message. Okay. Yeah, that was the thing last time. Marsha says, yep. Okay. You can assign us custom emojis and stuff, says Head First Only. Oh, okay. So I make the emojis and then I can assign you emojis? Or do I have to make them of myself, or can I just make like whatever? You know? Like whatever. Wabi says, hi, my visitor has gone. Short and sweet, but lovely. Cool. A Raven Motion says, are any of you Brits affected by the new lockdown, by the way? Oh god, I hope you guys are okay. Jesus, are you guys okay? Because, I don't know, like, the rules, man. The rules. Norshire says, sorry, my fault. I squirreled the group. Who the fuck cares? We're fucking talking. It's fine. Squirrel, no squirrel. It's not like I'm on a time, like a little, you know, a little like, there's no real. I have zero planning. I have. I am not Head First Only. Let's just say that. I do not come prepared. I have no preparedness at all. I have no plans. I don't do this with any preparation, except maybe rendering a video for you so you can like listen to some shit. Sorry, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just deleting everything that's empty because I'm gonna have to start a new file anyway, so it's no big deal. I'm just gonna start a new file using what? I'm just gonna start a new file. So but I have all these instruments from before, but I'm gonna start with something different. So yeah. I like to make sure that I keep that some things I keep and some things I don't. I like to use a lot of the same instruments back, but like later on, but they don't. It's like I have to change them around anyway, so it's like no big deal, you know. And sometimes I just save stuff. I save my own presets, so it's like again no big deal. Okay, let me read. Headfirst Only says, not here, but lots new cases in this part of the world. Wabi says, I am in London and no new ones here at the moment. Good. Headfirst Only says, not here, but, Boris has pretty much just given up trying to run things. Not surprised. Mike Tango Charlie says, no lockdown in London yet, but I have a letter in case the cops stop me. Good. Headfirst Only says, I'm just not leaving the house or talking to people in real life. I just sit in the studio making stuff. Wabi says, where in London are you? At Mike Tingo Charlie. Yeah, I don't actually go out. Yeah, and neither does Headfirst Only. Same. I don't leave. I go for groceries. That's and like yeah, I have to get groceries, but I don't go out really. I'm really not antisocial. It's just I don't want to get sick. Norshire says I actually have been having more fun with people since the lockdown happened. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, Mike Tango Charlie says, within yelling distance of Heathrow and the M25. Ah, okay. So that's where he's located. Okie dokie. All right. So let's see if I can do this. All right. So what I did, by the way, if you want to know what I did here, I put the I rendered the last the second half of, you know, the last bit. So, you know, the bit where it's like you know, where it starts out in the church. So oh shit, I knew what I need to do. I need to check the output. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry. Oop, no, that's not it. Fuck. I'm so slow. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Fuck. I might be super slow. Okay, so what I did was I started off here. I rendered it so that there would be like a nice. I could see what was done before. So like you know, like. So what I do is I do that, and because I want to know what I'm going to be, what I'm going into. I want to see the progression, because there is always there's always a progression. Basically, when I do these, every scene, I think about well, what sounds were used heavily before that scene, so what did I use here? What did I not use here? And so if I have a scene that's got a lot more synths, like this one that's playing right, this one, it's got a lot of synths, so it's like really synthy. And so when I have something that's quite synthy, I will contrast, and I will transition into something that's more organic. So you get this. So this is a lot more organic. So I think it's important when you're scoring a film. Not like I know from like real like experience or anything, but I think it's important that when you score a film, you kind of keep track of what you've been doing. And especially because this is a silent film, you don't get those like little moments of these breaks like you would in like a regular film. With a regular film, you'd have moments where it's just dialogue, or it's just like, you show this scene with this character and this other character, and it's quiet and there's just background noise and maybe like, just that stuff. With silent films, you don't get that luxury. There's no luxury. You don't get to have those moments of kind of rest. And so if you play something, let's say like you play something and you just like, if I muted it, it's like, even if I gave this like a moment where it would just like where I didn't put any sound, like zero, none, it would be awkward. And so I'm gonna do that with you right now. I'm gonna play something with you. Like, if I decided to like all right, I'm gonna start here. So this is all right. So what if I did, I'm gonna play this. Okay, so all right. So Eversonly says, "I love the sequence." Oh, Narjai says, "I want to make an android costume of her." Oh my god, that would be so amazing. I would love to wear an android costume of her. But like the idea of like strapping a bunch of like metal and shit, or even just like a bunch of armor. I don't know. Bejeweled pasties and a girdle of like jewels, or a robot lady outfit where I'm covered in like basically panels of material. You know, strangely enough, I think I would go for the more naked outfit just because it's like this is shinier. Maybe not. Well, at least it's I don't know. I just don't want to have to walk around in that. I can walk around in like nothing or like jewels. Yeah, but doing a robot costume. Ah. Okay. Edward only says, I love this sequence, the way the bass works against the strings, the little bit crush noise. Thank you. Although they are having to compete with the rain hammering against the windows here. Oh, it's pissing rain over there where you are? It was just doing that here earlier. A Rave Emotion says, you could do it in foam. Yeah, I could do it in foam. But again, that would be another costume, yet another thing I would have to work on. And how about I don't? I have to pick and choose what I'm going to spend my energy on. I just cannot. I can't do it. Headfirst only says Beyonce had a Machine Mensch costume. Have you seen it? I think I have, and it's amazing. And it's like gold standard. I mean, yeah. I mean, who doesn't want? I would get that made. I would have to get that made. I don't think I'd want to make that myself. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So let's say the reason why I played that for you is because I wanted to point out there's a point where I'm going to mute it. All right, I'm going to mute the sound for you because there's a part where I kind of allow some silence in there. Sorry, but I'm really careful about it. I'm very, 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 very careful of any silence I put in here. Why? Because if there is a silent moment, then people might think, there's something wrong with this. Silence, complete silence, when I'm talking about zero noise, nothing. It kind of disengages you from this. It doesn't work. I don't think it works. And I've heard other people try to put silence in a silent movie. You can't do that. You don't have like the background noise. Your ears are like searching for sounds. If you have no sound, then it's like immediately you're like, something's wrong. I'm watching this and there's something wrong because there's no sound. Absolutely none. And then you think, have I gone deaf? Or is there something wrong with the file? Mike Tango Charlie says, it's like a black hole. You notice it because it's not there. Exactly. So I'm going to play. So I played this part for you. And I'm going to play it with the sound. And then I'm going to play this part without, okay? Okay, so I take a breath. I do that. And I'm going to play it without any, and then I'm going to mute it. I'm going to instead, hold on. So. Oops. Yeah. So without that sound, without that kind of, sorry, without that trail of reverb, even though I left a moment of silence in there, it wasn't like complete silence. It was using the reverb to fill in the sound that you're sort of looking for. And that's where silence works. It works when you're using the acoustics you put in there, like the reverb or whatever. It's there. If you want to put moments that are kind of silent, then they have to be like silent for only a little bit. And you have to also make sure that maybe, like, if you have something that's reverby, let it fill it in, let it fill it in a little. Headfirst only says, exactly. And you're like, what am I paying for here? Yeah. as far regarding silent movies with no sound. Norshai says there's a reason silent movie had soundtrack. Yeah. I know. And it's because without sound, there's something wrong. Even when I take breaks, when I take little breaks. Here. Okay. There's a part here. And I'll show you again. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to play the sound with the sound, and I'm going to point out a part where I go silent. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so you see that, and I go silent for like a second, but the reason why why that works is because it's working off that reverb. It's working off that. There's that sound that's like still in the air, you know. Okay. Headfirst only says, check out a Brit called Neil Brand. He often screens silent movies and plays his accompaniment to them. He's an amazing composer. He made a series of the BBC called The Sound of Cinema, and he interviews an amazing collection of famous composers, including Angelo Badalamenti and Vangelis. Yeah, that's cool. I should see that. I should probably see that. I need to probably see that. Could I play this stuff while it's playing? I don't think so. I'm not that good. Fuck. I am not that good. I am not. A lot of this stuff is not like, I don't know. I'm just not good at kind of composing. Oops, on the fly. I can't. I have like a really hard time focusing. But yeah, I just have a hard time focusing. So yeah, God, I love that part. Eyes. Sorry, this is like one of my favorite scenes. This is my I'm going to do actually the whole sequence and everything, this whole thing. Headfirst only says, I love improvising. Weird. Yeah, I don't love improvising because I guess the way we work is quite different. Obviously the way we work is quite different. You know, I'm really insane. And you're less so. I think. Improvising for me is just not. It's like I have to compose anything. I have to be like in this really weird zone. I shut out everything and everybody, and I am, nothing matters. Like, did I eat lunch today? No, I didn't. And that's because I was working on music. And it's like, I just won't. I lose all ability to see what's around me. I only focus on the music. That's it. And watching this and feeling it out and playing stuff. And so I can't really do like improvisation at all. It's just like my brain is just not wired that way, you know. So sorry, but yeah, I just don't have it. I don't have that. I can. You know what I can do? I can improvise. If you play something for me, I can usually improvise a melody within it. I can hear a melody within it quickly, very quickly. So that's why, like, when I make this all of these, all this music, that's why there are lots of like layers to it. I can stack stuff on top of other stuff because I understand how to twist melodies together to kind of like to braid them together in a way. Yeah. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Norsha says, I've been watching British documentaries on Victorian craft movements. Who knew crafts were moving? I didn't know they were moving. Wabi says, I used to do live improvisations to physical theater performances. Awesome! Ah, that's so cool! Oh my god, do you still do that? Do it? Yeah. Wabi says, quite often on instruments, I don't really play more sound effects, but who cares? That's still, look, anybody who can do like improvisations, that's amazing to me, because it's like, oh, you think you're fast. For me, it's like, what's the improvisation thing I can do? I can find the melody within whatever you are playing. So that's what I can do, and I can sing it, and that's never a problem. So I get it, you know. I get that. I can do that. Shit. Okay, I was gonna go over this shit with you, right? Alright. So this ends, like, the way this ends, it's like, it's the fast cello thing. Dun, 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 dun. And so I started with piano. And the reason why I started with piano is because it sounds a little grave. It sounds more intimate. And all that is just I gotta make this smaller, sorry. I can't, like, all that is just like fucking, it's grand piano in Ableton Live, and I fucked with it a lot. So that's all that is. But I put it on separate layers, so I usually do a right side, a center, and a left, so that it kind of gives you a little bit of especially when you're doing this after something that's got like the big, like, you know, the big, like, boom 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 boom, and it's like big, and you just went through, like, you just heard like a whole like thing that was all like crazy. And so when you go again, when you have something that's like big, you have to give it something small in comparison, something sparser in comparison, so that you can stretch it out again. So it's like kind of like an accordion. I see it like that visually in my mind. You take it, and then it's like you know, you give it a little bit, and then you bring it out again. And that's kind of what I'm doing. So you get the thing that bridges these things together is this. It's just this piano on the right, which is just higher notes, which is this. Dun, dun, and it's just here. It's just automated. And it's giving your ears that break, because you're gonna need that break before it goes big again. All right? Remember, accordion. And again, this motif, that little high motif, that's from when Frieder first sees Georgie. Oh God. And then it transitions with like a low string with a cello. Okay, so God, I'm catching up. Burp, burp, burp. Oh yeah, William Morris. We're talking about William Morris now. Oh yeah. Oh, I love the Strawberry Thief, by the way, from William Morris. Yeah. Marsha, I was thinking of block printing wallpaper. I think that's brilliant. I think that's awesome. And if you have like the skill to do it, or you want to learn how to do it, go for it, because it looks beautiful. Okay, let's see. I love documentaries, says Eversolian says. Same BBC4 shows some great ones over here. And we've got Official Mild Child saying hello. Feedback, like exclamation point feedback, and then some asterisks, which I'm assuming are URLs that will not appear on my chat. Hello, Official Mild Child. Hello. I cannot give you feedback right now. This is sort of, I'm kind of mid explaining some things. But I mean, like, join a group and ask for feedback from ask for feedback from somebody who's like a lot more professional than I am. I don't think I'm the person who should give feedback. I don't know. I'm not like a professional. I'm still learning. I'm still teaching myself. Fuck. I am not an authority on anything. On anything. Except maybe cookies. Okay. So it goes into piano. And then it goes into some strings. And this is automated, volume automated. I didn't do like the dynamic expression automation. I haven't done that yet. But yeah. I will do that. I have to just keep doing stuff. Okay. So that was this sound, this whole like, it's dark and it's going downwards. This, so it's like, oh god, bad things are gonna happen, and so you're getting you already know it's going to be bad, and it says like, come on Frieder, we still have to go through the worker city. Yeah. Oh, the massive lift in tempo. I'm gonna show you what that is. Okay, all right. Let's show the tempo. All right. So I kept this originally. It started at 76. Okay, and it was slower because of the piano, because you have to take it slow and you have to give it that kind of time. But also because the way when the song that came before that, it was at the same tempo of 76. So I just kept the tempo. And what I did when it got fat, when I wanted to speed up, I just doubled it. I think it was that tempo. I'm not sure. Okay, maybe not. Either way, I think it was because what was that? I know. The tempo thing. I did the tempo according to the scene. The scene, the first heart machine scene, where there's like where it's like, it's the first thing and you're kind of like waiting for it, and it's like it's the first time you hear kind of that metal voice and the drum and bass and then the dubstep. That's I looked at that scene and I was looking at my BPM there because I wanted to capture it. I wanted that same same speed of like frenzy, right? And so I do it at that's the BPM of that. So I was like, okay, I want the same thing because I knew that I was going to reintroduce, like do callbacks to the sounds, to the same kind of to the same sort of thing. I knew I was going to do callbacks. And so so it matches up a bit more. And so that's why that does it. And by the way, that hit that Wabi likes, by the way, yeah, there's a good punch there. It is. All right. Where am I? When that hits, it's right when this flashes. So before, it's like, oh, we have to go to the worker city. And then boom, it hits. So it's like, so, and the reason why I do it like that is because I want you to understand, like, I want it to immediately go into something energetic, immediately into something big and kind of scary and a lot of people. So it's the low. This is like a low timpani thingy, whatever, with like I EQ'd it so it's a little bit like bass, more bass heavy, just a little bit. I reverbed it so it sounds a little bit bigger. And hold up. And it's it's percussion hits in Albion 1. That's what it is. So it's I don't know. That's sounds like this. If you take out the EQ and the reverb, it sounds like this. Not nearly as fun, right? Yeah. I will have her theme in my brain for the next week, Marjara says. No, man. Yeah, it's still pretty powerful, but not big enough. It needed to be big. Because this needs to be big. Also, because I'm using... Because I know you're kind of interested in the weird percussion shit I do, head first only. Because I do some weird percussion shit. I'm kind of weird. I like fucking around with percussion. Not because I think I'm like amazing percussionist. I just love fucking around with percussion. Here. So this is I do like a low, when I do like percussion, I try to do a low, medium, and high, you know? So like they're the low sounds and the medium sounds, the high sounds. So the reason why I do that is because I find that the high sounds make me anxious. The medium sounds are good for keeping the energy, and the low ones are like really like they kind of give that extra punch. So layering it, it's like and that's all that is. That's all that is. And shit. At first only says, notice something with the EQ on the reverb which will help. I'll talk about it tomorrow. Okay, yeah. Like I don't, most of the time I just kind of throw whatever and they're like, oh, it sounds cool, good. All right. But I haven't fine-tuned anything in this whole thing because I'm just trying to compose for now, like trying to figure out like, oh, what are these notes, you know? All right. So the next bit are these sticks, the high stick sounds. So again, this is the same kit. It's just these are stick sounds, and I do one on 20 left and one on 20 right. I panned them because I like a stick sound, and I like a back and forth stick sound. It's not just like in right here in the center. I want there to be a little bit more like a little like playing with your hearing a little. So if you hear it, just like here, I'll play it for you. Dun, 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 dun. So you get a kind of a left-right thing, it feels a lot more like, to me, when somebody does that, it's like it feels really like it feels a little bit bigger and also like more interesting because a lot of things are centered. So when you like, this is a centered thing. This is right in the center, okay? And this is also centered. So when I do like panny things that are like left right, I think it just makes it more fun. As for the strings, or I think these are these strings? No, these are horn things. These are brass things. So this is this. And then like a 30 left, 30 right. So that's like left, right, and the one on the left is an octave higher than the one on the right. So that's something I like to do to add a kind of fullness, and also to again just give the sort of difference. It's not all like split in the center. You know, it's not in mono. It's like I just try to add a little bit more here, so that you get a little bit more fun stuff for both your ears. Okay, so this is these are the here. So and so it's just that really fast. So what I did, I eased in that lower horn thing. So if you see the automation, I eased it in a little so it feels like it's building, but not always at that same spot that you usually think of, like, you know, because normally what, when you go to a different part, you just start right after that, you know, that little measure. So you'll. So I wanted it to sort of ease in, and that's why it was like this. And it's coming in, and it's ready. So it kind of sneaks in there a little. It's like, you know, it's like sliding it in. I love that timbre. Yeah. Okay, so that's that brassy section. The string stuff is interesting. I do a lot of weird shit. Wabi says that stereo panning also mirrors her funny eye thing. Yeah! You notice that she looks left, right? She does that shit. Yeah. On purpose. I think that when yeah, she does a lot of quick movements. I do a lot of I'll do stuff like movement, like sounds that will mirror or like that will synchronize with like certain things. So with certain scenes, or hold up. It's gonna be 3 hours. Give me a second. I'll show you. So okay, so it's when she does this. Hold up. I'm gonna play this part for you. You see her stop? Done. And so it's like she does the like little things, movements. And then she backs up and she goes behind the curtain. Done. But I'm a done. Da-da-da done. Done. Boom. And then it's, yeah. So I like to like I'd like to try to synchronize some things and like the whole like sounds as well. So like when there's a part here towards the end. Where are you? Okay, it's here. It's when it gets all synthy. All right, so at the end of that newer stuff I play for you, I actually put in a like a little sort of underlying sort of synth in there that would give kind of a weird atmosphere. And I'm gonna play this part for you, and then that you can kind of hear it, and then I'll isolate that part. Okay, so. So you see that the electrical movement? You hear that's charging? So I put in I put in like a little synth in there, and I don't put it in right at the beginning. I actually do it at the halfway point. One, it's to break up repetitiveness, and two, because it's to give a kind of progression to the stuff that's happening with the little like power wheel thingy. So it's just this synth here. So that's still the same chord progression that I used before, but I took it down to like 0 because it's like I put it as low as possible. And it's all it is just like a synth on massive. And it's the synth called Mojave. Yeah. So it's a synth, but it gives a kind of an atmosphere that makes it that, and I'm going to play it without it, and then you can listen. You can listen without it, and it doesn't. Then you listen with it, and then you can hear. Then you can hear how much it adds, and you don't even think about it. It's just something that sort of happens, you know. So I'm just gonna mute it. Okay, so now I'm gonna add it back in, and then you'll understand what hopefully maybe you'll understand what I kind of did. It's a small, again, I like to do a lot of small things, and what that does is it's nice and it's a little atmospheric, and it goes a little like does a little panny thing, and it gives your ears more fun things to listen to. And also what it does, it kind of blurs, how do I say this in a not stupid way? All right, whenever I hear horns, I think sometimes, there's like a nobility, okay? And what this synth does, it masks the nobility of it, of the horns that are starting to come in, okay? It gives you a transition. It's not just there are horns coming, it's that it kind of dirties it up a little, so that when the horns when the synths are taken away and you have just mostly the horns, and you feel like it's pure, you're listening, it's evolved into something pure and cleaner, and it changes it a bit, and I'll play it for you, okay? that's clean. Clean. Anyway, that's what did I do? Oh yeah, okay. So I added strings in there. So at first you get like the little brassy things, all right? You get that cool this thing. So you get that, but then I start throwing strings in there, and what the strings do, it gives it that emotion. It gives it the emotional tone. Why? It's because I wanted to emphasize like hold on. The Krotz dead body thing right here. So you see, like, you know, you see his dead body and the emotional cost of that. And not only that, but you're also seeing the character of Maria, of real Maria, and her theme is playing. So you see the dead body, and that is the emotional price. That's the emotional pull that it needs to give, because it's the horns aren't enough. The strings make it a lot more emotional. They give it that extra heart, and so does that piano. That piano gives it that extra sweetness, but the strings give it that emotional pull that you need to add onto it. So you think that it's like horns to come across to me as like noble, but also kind of aggressive. But when you throw strings in there, it's like it's richer, and it feels like I don't know. It changes it. It changes it for me. You know, so if you just go like here, I'll play it again. I'll put at that section again. And then emotion. This is sadness and okay, so that was because Maria comes in, you get your emotion, you get the sweetness, you get her, you get with the strings, there's a feeling of tragedy without it, you know? Without the strings, it's aggressive, a little bit more aggressive, and it's more powerful. With the strings, it's like it just changes it and gives it that extra emotional layer. Okay. Like, I just realized it's fucking 11:30. Let me check him on the chat. Yeah. Headfirst Only's talking about how he loves Massive. Yeah, I know. Mike Tango Charlie says there's a reason so many news anthems have horns in them. Yeah, right? Because it sounds like strong and like dun 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 dun, like I'm like official and masculine as well. Horns they feel fucking masculine to me. That's a dick. All right, you're blowing on a dick. Headfirst Only says, the whole immense brass section has got completely out of hand in movies, and it's all Hans Zimmer's fault. Yeah. And he does what Mel just talked about by adding a synth to modify the sound underneath. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of like what I do. I throw synths in there, and so it changes the purity of a sound sometimes, or it makes something just a little bit more modern. So yeah, I'm doing that. Okay, well, I probably should stop now. It's kind of getting late, and I've been going for a while. Let me switch back to motherfucking full camera. All right. So that was my Metropolis stuff so far. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that you enjoyed my weird explanations, because I kind of get into it, and I don't really, I do a lot of this stuff by just instinct. And bye, Mike Tango Charlie. Bye, Nick. He says time for breakfast. So goodbye. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Yeah. So says it still blew my mind seeing a young Hans Zimmer as a keyboardist in Video Killed the Radio Star. Shit, was that him? Yeah. Cool. Video Killed the Radio Star. Yeah. All right. Awesome. So yeah, that's what, I hope I didn't, just spout a bunch of bollocks at you, but I hope you kind of get an idea of, he's the guy in the video surrounded by a wall of synths, Headfirst Only says. I'm gonna have to watch it again. It's been years since I've seen that. Decades, even. Yeah. So this is kind of like what I do. I kind of feel it out. It's all intuition. It's all like it's just like emotional. Just trying to see where I can push, pull, where I can expand and then contract and stuff, because you need that contrast. And also with the organic instruments versus, the stuff with synths, you get a more organic sound versus a sort of digitally sound. And it's like, in order for everything to work together in this score, I have to make sure that I put everything in there like that, and I give everything a fair chance to shine. So the synths shine by themselves in certain parts, like for example in the sexy dance scene, whereas the orchestral stuff shines in other parts. Thanks. Belinda says it was fun, Mel. Thanks. I hope I wasn't scaring you all with my crazy, because I go crazy. Yeah, and so when I feel my way through something, I usually, there's so much shit I can talk about, but I don't want to be on here for fucking ever, and I want to give you guys a chance to get the fuck away. So, yeah. But there's a lot of stuff I think about when I'm making this music, and I'm trying to do it justice, and I'm trying to do some beautiful big orchestral things, but not, it's not always all, it's not all the time. I have to make sure that I only throw in a lot of stuff at the ending. I'm still pulling back, by the way. I'm still holding back. You will get the full fucking thing probably at the end, because it's the ending, and the ending should be big. And yeah, I'm just feeling my way through this, and this is how I do it. I look at what needs to be what needs to be called back, what needs to be played again, what kind of feelings should I put you through again, you shouldn't just be on high emotions all the time. There are moments for high emotions, and then there are moments for feeling fucking awesome, like when it goes into this cool hip hop thingy, and it's it's yeah, where you're just like, fuck yeah, I'm awesome. That's how I feel when I listen to that part. It's like, yes, like that, like. And yeah, you do have orchestral elements, but fuck, that beat just makes it like, oh yeah. It's like, damn it, I feel like a fucking king, man. So that's it. Next week, I don't know what I'm gonna do next week. I'll figure it out. I still have to think about it. I'm gonna have to start doing Inktober. But I definitely think I ought to take a break from Metropolis because I don't want to give. I want to do it justice, but the only way for me to do it justice is to allow for it to sort of like ferment in my mind. Because I need to make sure that the ending is really good. And I still think I have probably like for this film, I think I have like 20 more minutes to go, maybe 30. I don't know. I'll have to check. But it's still like a lot. So I have to make sure that all of those moments at the end count so that the people who are watching are still engaged. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back next week probably. I might not. I don't know. Who doesn't know? Who the fuck knows? I might need a break. I will let you know. Because if I fall and collapse and I die, then yeah, I won't be streaming next week. Anyway, yeah, thanks for hanging out, and remember, wear a mask, stay safe, probably stay home. Try not to do anything stupid. Don't be a dick to people, and remember, I love you. I love you. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, yeah, I know. I'm lame. I'm so lame.